We're here in the Winebox Garden. Today is July 18th, 2016. Just giving an update on what's growing in the Winebox Garden. So we'll take a quick overview. The tomatoes are coming in really nicely. So far I had one Cayman tomato, which is ripe, so we're able to eat that, which is delicious. And we've got more growing here. So I did notice that one of them had what seemed like some blossom end rot, so I've added some eggshells. I'm going to just keep an eye on the calcium levels there to try to make sure that doesn't spread. I had that last year with my San Marzanos, and it was just devastated the whole crop. I didn't get any for the whole year, even though I tried to treat it. So I've got these really cool Jersey Devil tomatoes. They're pointy, which is kind of cool. So they're growing, and the tomatoes are coming in. Some of them are starting to get darker. That's a Monica tomato there. And then these really cool ones are practically black. These are the Indigo Rose, and they're going to be a nice dark purple. I can't wait to try those. I've never grown those before. So tomatoes are coming along. I had some kind of leaf roll going on here with this one. This is one of the black cherry. So they're still growing, but you can see the one next to it is the same plant, and it's about 1.5 feet taller than the other. So it just kind of darted up, but it seems like it's growing, and we're getting some ripe ones on the next one, so we'll keep progress on that. Sun Gold tomatoes have been great, already eaten some of those, and the banana peppers are here. So we got one in here, but a lot of smaller flowers, and then I have 2 more plants with more of those, so I'm going to wait for those to kind of change color a little bit before harvesting them. Eggplants are starting to come in slowly but surely, so these are some classics that are coming in there, and this one I'm really pleased because this was a tiny little sprout. You know, it was like a little transplant that I grew from seed, and it actually looks like it's doing okay. So I was worried about that one, but it's okay, even though it was dug up by squirrels, and I had to put it back. So things are going well. Sunflowers are one of my favorite additions. These are coming along, and they've really been attracting pollinators. I've seen lots of great bees here, which is why I grew them in the first place. So I'm really happy about that. And this vertical planter, I gotta recommend this for herbs. I think it'll be great for things like strawberries too. I might try that next year, but it's just been great for growth. Better herb growth than I've had in containers. It really remarkable. So I highly recommend these vertical planters. They're aerated in material, and they grow really well. Cucumbers, got a nice slicing cucumber there. Take that off soon. Some more basil. So things are coming along. I got a couple of yellow squash, and I can see some more coming in that are in there. There's some female and male flowers coming in. Swiss chard is really starting to burst. So that's nice. I had a lot of leaf miners on these things, and I'm still getting them. They're really persistent, but that's working out really well. So that's good. I took a few cucumbers, so they were the pickling kind, so I have actually just some refrigerator pickles I'm starting with. But my lettuce here, I grew some new stuff. I actually tried seed tape, and I'll write about this a little bit more later. But seed tape allows you to plant one strip that's already spaced in seeds so that it kind of comes out evenly. The reason I did this is, well, to try it, but also because squirrels tend to dig up newly planted things. They see the bare soil and they just try to dig things up. They think their nuts are in there. So anyway, so I got a lot of lettuce here that's obviously bolting. So I planted some new stuff as well. So some of it's okay, the lettuce, but not all of it. Some more cucumbers and some beans. I got a great bean harvest. This is Blue Lake 47 green beans. These are my favorite. They're just really fabulous. They're tasty. They're great raw or cooked. I just steam them really quickly, but some really good ones. I'm going to pick one right off. Just really nice, and they snap. They're ready. I'm going to eat this one. So we got some carrots, parsnips coming in really nicely. Same thing with the beets. Ancho peppers haven't grown much. Maybe they're just getting a late start. Maybe that's just how they are. Some peppers are like that. Marigolds are coming in really pretty. They're great for some pest control. Zucchini is ginormous. I mean, you can tell. I'm going to take a little backtrack here. I didn't plan this very well. This is a lesson right here. I mean, these zucchinis, I knew they were going to get big. And I thought I gave them enough space, but I just didn't. I didn't give them enough space at all. So let this be a lesson. But I do have a nice one growing down there, which is good. So I hand pollinated that one to make sure that it grew. And I got a lot of, you know, some other cucumbers growing in here as well. I kind of have to find them, but they're in there. And some more peas are going in. I got a really nice pea harvest. I got 2 different kinds of peas. One is really great fresh snap peas, and the other are really great cooked, or I just take the peas out of the pod and eat them raw. And some more sun golds back there. The beans also, these are, I'm not sure these are getting enough sun back here. As you can see, it's pretty crowded. But the beans, I have some Provider beans and some Royal Burgundy beans. The Royal Burgundy is beautiful purple, very tasty, but I just didn't get a huge amount. I'm going to try a late season planting of beans later in the season. So there are a few things I'll be doing later. Beans are one of those things that are good to grow even after the other crops are done, or the following year in soil that you've grown other things, because they often return nitrogen to the soil. So in any case, I'm going to try that. And we've got a few more yellow squash down here coming to light. This, last but not least, these are my potatoes. They look horrifying. So 2 things I think are happening here. One, I think I had some white flies. I've been spraying some neem oil on there to try to rid them, but they're just really persistent. So I think they attacked a little bit. But the other thing is, and I have to remember this from last year, is that when it was really time to harvest the potatoes, this is what they looked like. They looked bedraggled and dead, and I got really amazing potatoes. That's just what happens. So some of these I planted earlier than others. I think it's just time. Last year I harvested, I think, towards the end of August. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to let this ride. I'm going to treat and try to keep the pests away as much as possible. But, you know, I think I'm still going to get some amazing potatoes. I'm optimistic. So that is what is going on in the garden. So you can see there's a lot growing here. It's just really, that was a chair. There's a lot growing here, and some more eggplant. One last thing here. The white eggplant. I've never grown white eggplant before, but that's starting to come through as well. So a lot going on here. We'll check back in again. Signing off for the Winebox Gardener.